celebration today and part of their lives, along with the co-best man, Travis, and the rest of the wedding party. It's a great pleasure and honor, and it really means a lot to me. Thank you. During the ceremony, Pastor Larson was talking about the things you can do to make your marriage happy and long. And fortunately for me, I brought a couple of gifts for Nate and Jen that will hopefully help them have a happy and long marriage. We'll start with Nate. About 12 years ago, when Travis and I were roommates in college, we'd have, you don't have to say one. We'd have many social gatherings, and they were a little rowdier than they are now, being that we're pushing, well, we're all 30, our friends, we're older. So 12 years ago, I was enlisted to cut Nate off. He had a little too much, and I was instructed to cut him off. And it was something that needed to be done. So after I cut him off for the rest of for several hours, unfortunately, I had to get up early to go to work, and I had to listen to Nate go on and on about how I shouldn't have taken Jim from him. So, there you go, Nate. There's Jim. I apologize. It had to be done. So, when Nate and Jen first started dating, when we first got to meet her, we were all taken by her immediately. She's a very, very smart girl and beautiful and fun to be around. And we were really happy for Nate, as we are today. There was one thing, though, that I couldn't quite figure out. Every time we'd have people over, Jen would mysteriously be sleeping by like 9:30. And I thought at first, she gets up early in the morning and works hard, and maybe that's just the way her internal clock works, right? Go to bed at 9:30. Well, about 6 months ago, our son, my wife and I, we have a little son, he's 3.5 now, he got some Legos from his grandparents. And they were out, and we had people over, and wouldn't you know it, 2 o'clock in the morning, and Jen is still awake, and she's playing with Legos. So then I realized, it's not because she has to work early, it's because we bore her. So to make sure she doesn't get bored during their marriage, I bought her some Legos. And actually, now that I think about it, I don't think Nate's going to need that Jim Beam. Where did that go? Well, let me have it. I think Jen's going to need it. She's got to put up with you now. But again, I'm really happy for you two. I agree. It's great. Couldn't have been a better match. Thank you.
To echo Kevin's sentiments, I'm honored to be a part of this, and I couldn't be happier. For Nate's bachelor party, we considered making t-shirts. On the front, they were going to say, it was going to be stick figures, and it was going to say, "See Nate run." On the back was, "See all of Nate's friends kick his butt." None of us are artistic enough to draw a pile of stick men kicking a little huddled stick man on the ground. We all knew that there was never any chance that that was going to be a possibility, because from moment one, we knew that he knew that every moment from then and was just building up to exactly right now, and we couldn't be happier. Thank you. And Jen, I was roommate with Nate in college, and best of luck.
I just want to introduce myself. if you don't know me, I'm Jen's sister. I just want to thank everyone for coming and sharing this wonderful night with my family. I want to start off by saying that Jenny has been a great big sister to Steph and I. Growing up, she would always cover for Steph and I when we'd get into trouble. She would take the punishment with us, even though she was the rational one the whole time. She would always cover for us. From the broken windows to the disastrous mud fights to the tap dancing on salt. Jenny, you know what I'm talking about. Jenny has always been there when I needed to talk. She was the level-headed one who gives me a different perspective, even when I blow things out of proportion. She is not always agreeing with me, but is still there to listen. Overall, Jenny is a selfless, loving person and one of my best friends. Nate, you are a lucky guy to have many wonderful qualities in a wife. When I first met Nate, he seemed quiet and reserved, which might surprise some of you. But after a while, I got to know him better, and I could see what a great person he was, and the effect he had on my sister. Nate, you have made Jenny a very happy woman. Before you came into Jenny's life, she felt she always had to be the big sister, the responsible one. But now I feel that you have encouraged Jenny to be immature just maybe once in a while. I know you will take care of each other and be good to each other. Nate, I'm happy to have you as a brother, and I love you both. Congratulations. And hopefully I'll get a niece or nephew soon. Congratulations to Jenny and Nate. I'm Stephanie, Jenny's youngest sister. I couldn't ask for anything more in a sister than what Jenny's loving personality naturally gives. Beautiful, smart, ambitious, generous, driven, and loving are just the tip of the iceberg for Jenny. Jenny is one that no matter what happens in life, I can turn to her for support and understanding, for an open ear and a shoulder to cry on. Jenny is always there to bail Melissa and I out of trouble when we would do something wrong. Jenny would go into detail explaining to us why we shouldn't do what we're going to do, but we never listened. Maybe it was because we always knew our big sister would be there to explain to Mom and Dad that we really didn't mean to do what we did. She'll always be there for me, and I'll always be there for her. I know that Nate will always have Jenny's support for him in every way, just like Jenny did for us. Nate has brought joy into Jenny's life. I have never seen Jenny as happy as she is with Nate. You have a great sense of humor and are always making Jenny laugh. I wish for the both of you to continue to bring each other happiness in each other's lives as much as Jenny has brought to mine.